afraid. I hope it's not bad, but it's coming. But anyhow, boy, everybody sounds wonderful. We got a banner day for AM here on 3885. Sure does sound well. And so I hope everybody's doing well. And as old Roy says, you know, I hope everybody feels as good as he looks. Stole your thunder, didn't I, Roy? But anyway, y'all take care. I hope Mr. Jones doing all right there, Stan, and everybody else. This is KF4TXQ, Dadeville, Alabama. Back to Ned. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Sam. Yes, the maximum leader is running the show here tonight. She's down here again, coaching her OM along, and Joan says hi, and hello to Mary also. Sam, good signal. You're rocking in here tonight too. Bob, folks, a few minutes ago, Bob mentioned the Dalton Ham Fest, which will be Saturday, the 24th of February. Sometimes prices are the same as last year, according to their website. So. W4DRC.com if you're looking for it. If you want to look for it. Looks like prices will be the same as last year. Some folks come in a little early, set up on Friday, and stay overnight. And a real good swap. Oops, my foot came off the pedal tonight. Okay, let's move on down the list. This is W4AMI, the Southeast AM Radio Club Swap and Fellowship Net. And the next station up is our treasurer, KA4AMI, Eddie Brown. Go ahead, Eddie.
Okay, W4AMI, this is KA4AMI. Good evening, Stan, and thank you and Alan for taking care of a net for us tonight. And we're really enjoying it. Lots of great signals, as everyone says. And it's just good to hear everyone. Nothing much going on around here except just still playing with antennas. And Dr. Ron got me interested in a VNA, so I picked up a little mini VNA. I guess they call it a nano VNA. And he's kind of coaching me in using it. It's very interesting to have. And I don't think I'll ever learn how to use all of it. It's fun to play with, so that's about all that's going on here besides honeydews and fall outdoor projects. And boy, you're sounding good here, Stan. I've got the air spy, which is disconnected, and going into the air spy is an attenuator, but you're still showing up on the screen down here. So good signal, my friend. So back to you. W4AMI, this is KA4AMI, Williamson, Georgia, 7-3, y'all.
Okay, Eddie, thank you. By the way, this is the usual, the rig that's been on here for a good bit for the last many months. The Anon 7000 driving the ACOM 2000 amplifier, and it's running about 300 watts a carrier, so it's peaking. Let's see what I'm peaking. Peaking 1,473 watts that time. Good to hear you, Eddie, and have fun learning how to use that VNA. That's a fascinating device, my friend. And when you get to check pilot status on that, Eddie, you can come up here and teach me. Next on the list is our prenet control guy, Mr. Super Prenet Man himself, N4OZI. Alan, go ahead. W4AMI.
I don't know about that. It's N4OZI. I got the microphone up here near this amp. See if I can find out what's snapping, but I don't think it was anything, but I'm not hearing it now, so that's good. Anyway, yeah, the little nano VNA is pretty good. I found a company, Eddie, that is a guy out of South Africa wrote a program, PC program, and you can connect it up to a PC, and I done that and screen captured some images, some scans of my antennas, And that comes in real handy too, so you might check into that. If you have any, if you can't find the program, let me know. I can email it to you, but that worked out real good. Yeah, and Dalton is the next one if you don't count Orlando. Orlando's a bit far away from me, but I would love to go to Orlando someday. That'd be a good one. Not much else to report here. Just like I said, glad to be back from the family reunion and back in the town, and worked on the antenna last night or yesterday afternoon, and it seems to be doing better. So everything's running good here. So, and the snapping went away, so that's good. So that's all we got, and appreciate you calling Nip and we'll sit back and enjoy it. W4AMI in 4OZI.
Okay, Alan, you're running about 30 over 9. By the way, when you mentioned earlier during the prenet there's some snapping, I perked up and was listening and watching, and I didn't hear anything or see anything on your signal strength. So it, Lord, may have been a bug or two. You never know. Orlando, boy, I checked hotel costs down in Orlando. They have really kicked the prices up. Real, it's a substantial difference, like 40% up. So, wow, all I can say. Okay, next station up is K4, KN4ME. Dr. John, go ahead. This is W4AMI.
Yeah, maybe may have been a breaker there. I was hitting the switch. This is KN4 Mike Echo with W4AMI, and good job, Stan. Thanks. Also, to you, Alan, a good pre-net. That was enjoyable. I've got lots of equipment here. Actually, too much to try to itemize. It's even hard to inventory it, so spread out. But, fellas, you're welcome. Love to have company up here. Come go through this stuff and take them home with you. Lots of stuff to build rigs with. And I guess I'll be tooting Dan's horn here, W4CDJ, but last night on the EagleNet, he indicated he had a T368 Johnson kilowatt, desk kilowatt, and a Valiant, among other things. And so some of you may be interested in that. There's a W4CDJ, and I don't get a commission off that. Anyway, great net. Pass it back to you, Stan, and thanks. W4AMI, KN4 Mike Echo.
Okay, Dr. John. Thank you for joining us today. Good signal tonight here. About 25 over. Doing well, and thanks for mentioning CDJ. Interesting. He has some nice stuff up there. Next up is Roy, W4IDD, and after Roy, we'll take a standby. Roy, how you doing tonight? W4AMI, go ahead.
All right, thank you, Stan. Good evening to you and all the net tonight. Boy, signals are wonderful. It really is nice to be in here when the signals are like they are tonight. Really sounds good. This is W4I Diddle Roy in Pensacola, and it's good to be here, as Miss Minnie Pearl used to say. And I want to thank Alan and Eddie Brown for the good signal report tonight on my station. I looked over here at Miss Daisy May, my transmitter, and she was just screaming and carrying on, and so there you go. Great job, fellas. Y'all always sound good on me. That's my goal in life, is to have a station that sounds as good as you guys do. Well, that's about it. Stan, you're doing a great job with the net, and Alan with the pre-net. And I'm just proud to be here. That's about all I can say. I will turn it back to you, Stan. Well, let me say this first. Stan, I'll say I'm up blank. Richard, WFL, called me and he had to leave, so he won't be there when you call him. So there you go. I'll close with this one statement, Stan. I hope everybody out there in radio land feels as good as I look this evening. Back to you, brother, from W4, Diddle, Pensacola.
Okay, Roy. Well, thank you. Thank you for joining us tonight, and thanks for the word about Richard, because he was going to be the next one up. Roy, during the this is W4 AMI. During the prenet, you were about 20 over 9, and you're still right there. Very good. Very good signal from down Florida way. It sounds like the I-10 curtain is loosening up a little bit. We'll take a standby, see if we have any late comers who would like to join us. This is, as I said a minute ago, the Southeastern AM Radio Club, Swap and Fellowship at W4 AMI listening. Anybody new? Okay, didn't hear anybody, so we'll move on down the list. Number 9, Brannon, W4GUZ, your transmission.
Okay, Stan, W4AMI, W4GUZ. On the Globe King 500 tonight, a Burbank special. Everybody keep WD4OUM in your prayers. He's trying to get over a little bit of a lung problem, but I think he's going to overcome it and be just fine. Miss hearing him on the air. A beautiful day here in western North Carolina. Mid-60s and low humidity. So pray for it's dry as it can be here. Thank you, Stan. Thank you, Alan. And, good job tonight. We'll catch you back next week. W4GUZ, Hawk, North Carolina.
Okay, thanks, Brandon. Boy, we have a creek at the north end of our property here, at the northern end of the property, and it's nigh on to bone dry, and it's usually a good, fairly good running creek, but not this summer and fall. Sure been different. Okay, next up is Larry, WB4NKM, your transmission. Larry, how we all doing up your way? W4AMI, over.
Good evening, Stan. Good evening to all on the net. This is Larry, WB4NKM, located in Wise, Virginia. All good signals coming up here. The Florida stations are really rolling up here tonight. And we're running a Johnson Ranger, driving a Maratron AL811 amplifier with 572Bs. And the receiver is a HQ170A. All that took to a end-fed half wave up about 45 feet. Good to be in here tonight, Stan. I don't get to make Tuesdays too often, so it's a real pleasure, and good quiet up here, and enjoying the net, enjoying all the good signals. So back to you comes W4AMI from WB4NKM.
Okay, thank you, Larry. Boy, you've got some beautiful territory up your way. Nice location and good signal. You're doing well. You're about 20 over 9 down here. Thanks for coming in, and if you can make it next Tuesday, Sam and Kevin will be ready for you. Okay, next station is Joe up in Bloomington, Indiana, K9UR. And Joe, I wonder what department you're in up there at IU. K4UR, W4AMI.
Okay, very good. W4AMI. Good evening. And good evening, everyone to the net. This is Joe, K9 United Radio. K9UR, Bloomington, Indiana. And good evening, everyone. Boy, the band is just super. I'm here in the Chicagoland crew down on 80. I'm here in the Northeast crew on 73. And, of course, there's a couple conversations here, I guess maybe Texas on 85, in addition to the Southeast crew. So the band is very nice propagation, no static crashes to speak of. It's really enjoyable. I'm glad I've got the AM gear running again. 32 V2, 75 A4, 270 G1 speaker, D104 mic, dipole at coax fed dipole at 65 feet at the apex. And I am in the finance department. I teach at the Kelley School of Business. I'm a second career instructor. I spent the first 25 years in the semiconductor industry, and I retired out of that back in 2015 and decided I wanted to do something else, and so I got into this. More or less just on a whim, and it's turned into a second career, which I wasn't expecting or planning, but it's been a lot of fun. I really like working with young people. I sponsor the Ham Radio Club at IU, and we've just set up a remote ham radio station. So we've got our ham shack and a couple antennas. We've got a multi-band Yaki 40 through 10 Mosley Pro 67, and we've got a long wire up at 165 feet in the air. It's stretched between two buildings with an ICOM auto tuner. So we're getting a remote station set up so the students can zing in on their iPhones and they can play ham radio remotely. It's pretty cool. Anyway, that's what's going on in my shack. I hope everybody's doing well. Nice to hear everybody on, and I look forward to a nice AM season here with the winter months approaching. So back to you, W4AMI on the net. This is Joe, K9UR, Bloomington, Indiana. Over.
Okay, Joe. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you. By the way, Joe, if you're operating the club station sometime, and you hear W8 United Mexico, W8UM, you can you might be talking to me remote. You can check that out. You figure out what it is, and you guys have a beautiful campus there in Bloomington, just out of sight. One of the nicest ones around. Anyway, welcome to the net. Great signal. The Collins stuff's doing a good job. And thanks again for coming in, Joe. Okay, our next station is AC4NP. Mike, let's see if you're still here. I wasn't sure whether you were going to stick around or not. AC4NP from W4AMI.
Okay, guys. Well, man, I'm hearing everybody just fine.
Don't hear him. Thought he said he might not be able to stick around, so we will go on. Don, K5HFG, your transmission. W4AMI.
Going on 85, and I don't know if that's affecting y'all's receive or...
K5HFG?
But,
Okay, looks like Don has departed temporarily. Larry, K3FZD, your transmission. Go ahead.
I have a Newburgh C center fed Jumper, a Colorado wire feed, magnet. So not running around the town, you have to be careful. As I said, I played at a concert a little ago with my wife at two retirement homes. It was kind of a theme for Veterans Day, a lot of patriotic. So it is appreciated when you song those places, and people say that. So W4AMI for K3FZD.
Okay, Larry. And Larry, allow me to thank you for doing what you're doing there. That's I know our senior citizens that live in homes like that really appreciate that. It's good of you to do so. And thanks for joining the net tonight. Okay, next up is going to be Roy. Going to be Greg, WA4III, and we'll take a standby after Greg. Go ahead, Greg, W4AMI.
W4AMI, this is WA4III. Well, hey, I don't believe I'm talking here. Maybe it'll be better. This is WA4III. Had the amp turned off. Something's not working right, but anyway, I'll just keep it short and sweet. Everybody's sounding fine, and had a good day today. Thanks for picking me up. and so I'm going to cut it off so I can try to find out what's wrong. W4AMI, this is WA4III, back to net.
You may not think it was working good, but you were 30. You're 30 over 9, Greg. So it's. I did hear a little scratching, but but you were still 30 over 9. So far so good. Okay, it's the bottom of the hour, and we'll take a standby for any later arrivers for the Southeastern AM Radio Club Swap and Fellowship Net.
November 4 Alpha Kilo, check it in late.
KK4GZQ.
Okay, we picked up. Yeah, Kevin, we had you from before. We picked up N4AK. Good evening, good evening there, young man, down the road, and WA4FUU. Good evening to you. Anybody else? Okay, didn't hear anybody. Let me get Richard down here. And Glenn. Okay. Thank you for joining, guys. Next station up is Manuel, KW4TV. Go ahead.
Okay, Stan. KW4AMI, KW4TV. Thank you for what you do and picking me up. Conditions are a little bit rough this afternoon. Heard Kick Ridge over there pretty good, but we've had rain all day. It's just kind of been an indoor day today. Not much going on outside, rain all day, and looks like it's going to happen again tomorrow. 98% chance of rain all day. We hadn't had any rain in about 4 months, so I guess we need it. Got a 98 tomorrow and about a 70% the next day on Thursday. So there you go. That's what's going on around this place. As I said, it's been indoors all day today. It's not ready to get out and see the sunshine. So thank you for doing a great net, and enjoy sitting around here and all the good AM signals check in. So with that, Stan, I'll turn it back over to you. And thank you again. W4AMI. KW4TV from the tallest mountain in Florida.
Yeah, okay, Manuel. Good signal. You're about 25 over, Manuel. Doing well. You get up in the 25, 30 over 9 category on this S meter. You're doing pretty well. So you're there. Good to hear you tonight. Next up is Bill, W4MA. Go ahead, Bill.
W4AMI. This is W4MA, Bill, in North Georgia, right at Amarillo Falls State Park. Good evening, Stan. Thank you for nav control. Good evening, and thank you, Alan, for the pre-net. Thanks all the SAMRC officers. I appreciate all what you do. We'll run a Ranger 1 tonight, Curry amplifier, and a 75A4. 80 meter off center fed dipole, my same old, it seems like, unless I run the solid state, but I like the old gear. Waiting on the rain. The gutters are clean, the culverts are clean, but it doesn't seem to happen. Lots of leaves on the ground. We moved them around. Hopefully it's over with, but still looks like the trees still have a lot on it. Large group in here tonight, a lot of check-ins. Stan, you and Alan doing a great job. I appreciate your service and your efforts. WA4EMI, 7-3, good evening from Whiskey 4 Mike Alpha.
Okay, Bill. Glad to hear you tonight. Next station on the list is Tom, W8. Or W9TAB. We'll get it right the second time. W9TAB, your transmission, sir. Go ahead.
W4AMI, W9CAB. Thank you, Stan. Appreciate it for picking me up. Sounded good down here. Let's see here. What did you, Stan? Did you take me to that 718 service manual?
Roger, yes.
Okay, well, I tried to send one to your email, and it kicked it back saying that your email was under maintenance and couldn't accept anything right now.
Which one did you send it? Which address did you send it to?
The one that was on QRZ, Stan at K4, Stan at K41.
I'll send you, after the net, I'll send you an email address. Okay? I'll send you a direct one. That's going through ARRL, and they've been having, I've got an email from them latter part of last week saying that they're having some trouble with that system, and it's not working quite right. But right afterward, I'll send you the direct one. Over.
Okay, roger that, Stan. Okay, buddy, we'll wait till after that's over with. Okay, anyway, it's been a dreary day here. I'm on the 32V2 transmitter, 75A2 receiver going into a dipole at 50 feet, and let's see here, on the B104 microphone. Anyway, so everybody's sounding good. Conditions are really nice. A little bit strong, a little bit noise in the background, but other than that, everybody's sounding good. Thanks again, Stan. Thanks to Alan for doing the pre-net, and Stan for doing the net. And head back to the net. W4AMI, W9CAB. Good evening, everybody.
Yeah, okay. Your email address might have the same trouble that mine does. Tom, go ahead.
Where's that, Stan?
I said I see you're using the ARRL system also. We may not be able to get together. What's your phone number? I'll call you.
Sure thing, Stan. It's 850-776-8360.
Last part was 8330. Is that right?
No, it's 8360, 8360.
Okay, got it that time. Yeah, as soon as the net's over, I'll call you. Okay, this is the W4AMI Southeastern AM Radio Club Swap and Fellowship Net for Tuesday evening. Next station up. Well, did you before I turn it to you, Virgil? Back to Tom. Did you finish your transmission, Tom? Go ahead.
Yeah, roger that, Stan. I did finish it and turned it back over to the net.
Oh, okay, thanks. Okay, Virgil, you're up. W4OLJ, W4AMI.
W4AMI, and the net, this is W4OLJ. Okay, Stan, thanks a lot. Well, you're coming in good over here as usual, and just about everybody is. It's really a good night for AM. Been a nice day here in Sweetwater today. I wish Manuel could send us some of that rain up here, though. Boy, we really need it. It's dry as a bone. Went over to Cage Cove Sunday afternoon, and most of the little streams all through the cove are just dried up, and boy, they're needing it over there too. But other than that, everything's pretty good. Went up to Knoxville today and had cataract surgery on my right eye. Hopefully that's going to be all right. It seems like it. No problem so far. So anyway, that's the story. That's about it here, Stan. You're doing a great job, and just booming in over here. And Glenn, he was coming in strong too, as well as a lot of the others. So back to you, Stan. You're doing a great job, and
Alan, he done good there on the prenet too. 73 to everybody. W4AMI. This is W4OLJ in Sweetwater.
Okay, thank you, Virgil. Hey, good luck with the eye. Our ophthalmologist is telling me I got to get ready for that next summer. Bah humbug. Age is catching up with us, Virgil. Next up is John down Florida way. K4VZS, your transmission, John. This is W4AMI. Go ahead.
W4AMI, K4VZS. In not so sunny Florida. We've had rain all day here too, but it's been dry as a bone. Our pond's about halfway, so we need you. Band is up and down here tonight. It's a little noisy, but other than that, I'm on the flex tonight. Was running late, so there you go. What can I say? Anyway, when I can copy everybody sounds good. Let's see, I guess that's about all, Stan. I haven't got much to say tonight. W4AMI, K4VZS, let's go.
All right, John. Sound good. Thank you. Thanks for joining us. Okay, next station up is K4DUV. Bill, your transmission, over.
W4AMI. N4GUV. Thank you, Stan. Hey, it's a good evening to be near Odenville, Alabama. It was a fine day here, y'all. I got a little bit of outside yard work done and did some inside honeydews. I was in good standing and got an excellent dinner for it this evening. I've heard almost everybody tonight enjoying the nice AM signals. It's good to be back home here with SAMRC bunch. It's been a while. Tonight I'm using a Drake TR4CW and L4B amplifier. My antenna is a loop 1,260 feet long, plus however much it stretched over the years. Stan, I appreciate you holding the net for us. As I said, good to be in here with everybody again. Looking forward to the remainder of the comments. W4AMI in the net, N4GUV.
Okay, N4GUV, W4AMI. Okay, sorry about the call mixed up at the beginning, Bill. Thank you for joining us tonight. Good to hear you. And it's been awfully dry over here, as the fellas over this way have been saying this evening. Next station up is WB4KKJ, your transmission, W4AMI.
Good evening, Stan. W4AMI, WB4KKJ. Name is Greg, Golf Romeo Echo Golf, located in Pace, Florida. And doing a good job tonight, Stan. And Alan, thanks for doing the pre-net. Everybody's coming in pretty good over here in Pace. Surprised, I compared a little bit to SDR, and it's not too far off. So just on the I-2 running about 25 watts into a L4B. I think we're doing around 300 watts, something like that. But anyway, I'll turn it back over to you, Stan. I know you got a big list there, and everybody's sounding good tonight. And thanks again, sir. W4AMI, WB4KKJ.
Okay. The rig sounds good. Good quality. Good quality for a sideband rig. Well done. And good signal also, about 15 over 9. Thanks for calling in. Okay, we're going to take one more. We'll take one more transmission, and then we'll do a standby at the 45-minute mark. KK4GZQ, Kevin, your transmission. This is W4AMI. How you doing, my man?
Okay, Stan, real good. W4AMI with the net, KK4GZQ, and good evening all the way around. I've got in on the early pre-net there just a little earlier, Stan, and sorry for breaking back in, but I had to walk away and didn't know if you still had me there. But, boy, just a lot of beautiful signals here tonight. Like everybody's mentioned, the band's been really good. And hearing good signals from Brandon over in North Carolina, OLJ, Virgil, yourself, you're about 20 over here, and hello to Bill, in for GUV, down in Alabama. I haven't heard work Bill in a long time, so Stan, I'm just trying out a new little rig here. It's just a little 7300 with the standard microphone, got it paired up with a Commander 2500 here at about 300 miles out, and out to the full-length loop here, so I won't hold it. We'll go ahead and set it back to net control, and sure enjoying the net here tonight with everybody on, and good 7-3 all the way around. And thanks to Alan for running the pre-net, and to you, Stan, for running the net. W4AMI, this is KK4GZQ, Kevin in Nonsuch, Kentucky, near Lexington. Good evening, everybody.
Okay, Kevin. Thanks, sir. Thanks for coming in. Hey, the 7300's doing a good job. Those little boxes have produced really good quality AM, and yours fits right in that category, Kevin. Well done. Sounds good. And you're between 25 and 30 over on top of it. So welcome aboard. Anyway, this is the Southeastern AM Radio Club Swap and Fellowship Net, W4AMI, taking a standby for any late arrivers.
Alpha Delta 4, Quebec.
Okay, so I found no problem.
Anybody else? Okay, didn't hear anybody else. So we will move on down the list. We've got about three more folks on the list, and then we'll be at the end. We'll take another standby before we wrap. Next up is over down the road here, about 12 miles. N4AK. Glenn, how are you tonight? W4AMI listening.
Okay, Stan. W4AMI and all the other fellows with super signals tonight. Handle here is Glenn. We're in Sunset, South Carolina for some of the new fellows. Temperature over here tonight is about 52 degrees, and we're on a Pro 3 tonight, Icon 1000 and Cobra antenna. So it's a very nice crowd tonight. We'd like to think about Virgil and his cataract surgery, thinking about him, and our prayers for W4CT for Ben's comfort. Stan, thanks for calling the net tonight. It's been very enjoyable. W4AMI, November 4 Alpha Kilo.
Okay, Glenn, thank you for participating tonight. Good to hear you. And Ben is going to be a long road for Ben, but with Lord willing, he'll pop out of it. Okay, next station is W84FUU. Richard, how are you tonight?
W4AMI. Well, Stan, I'm doing well, and I thank you very much for the net this evening. I was late to check in, and I appreciate your effort this evening. On the Multi-LMAC AS67 transmitter and the matching TMR7 receiver and SB200 full power. It's running about 316 watts right now on peak, and enjoying your net very much. Everybody is doing really well this evening, and I hope to see a change of the weather. We have rain all day today, and generally that portends cooler weather, and I'm in hopes that we see that. Anyway, Stan, I won't hold it. I know you're near the end of the net. I want to invite everybody to join us, W4GCM, the Gulf Coast Mullet Flying Net, on Thursday evening. So thanks again for all that you do. This is WA4FUU, Richard in Pensacola.
All right, Richard. Good to hear you tonight. Thanks for joining us. WA4FUU. There we go. I wondered why my trapezoid pattern wasn't coming up, and I didn't push the right button. There it is. Finally. I'm getting near the end, and now I see it. I was about to mention soon as I get through the transmissions, I was gonna mention Thursday night, Richard, and Lord willing, we'll be here and be joining you. Hope you all have as good conditions Thursday night as we do tonight. But anyway, thanks again. Okay, the last station on the list is Alpha Delta 4 Quebec, 84Q. Good evening, sir. How you doing?
Good evening, Stan. W4AMI. The net. This is Dave. Alpha Delta 4 Quebec in Millington, Tennessee. Listening to most of the net. I went out in the shop and worked a little bit, and then I came back. I'll try to check in. You did hear me. We're on the Viking 2. Been working on the Road King. Hopefully within a few weeks I'll have it on the air. I'm going through it and doing some work on it, and going to have it all spiffy before I try to check in with it. But I'm getting about 300 watts out of it now. I'm going to try to get a little bit more and get the audio cleaned up a little bit. So anyway, 73s to everybody. That sounded good tonight. And by the way, I was going to mention to you, you're only about 30 minutes from my daughter. She lives down in Seneca, just down the road from you. So someday when we're up there visiting, I'll holler at you and maybe we can have an eyeball. W4AMI in the group, 84Q.
Okay, Dave. Well, this is W4AMI. Seneca's 8 miles south of us, and we're northwest of Walhalla a little bit, about halfway between Walhalla and Mountain Rest, just up 28. Yeah, be happy to see you. You're welcome. Happy to have you stop by. Coffee pot's usually on, Dave. So let us know. Let me know when you're coming, and we'll make sure we're home that day. Anyway, thanks again for coming aboard. Good signal from Millington tonight. This is W4AMI, the Southeastern AM Radio Club, Swap and Fellowship Net. Do we have anyone that would like to join here near the end? W4AMI going to listen right now.
Stan, I think you doubled with Greg there a while ago. He came on there. This is W4OLJ.
Greg, you mean KJ?
No, WA4III.
Ooh, huh. How about that? I had him. I wasn't sure. Well, let's go back and find out. Greg, are you still with us? WA4III. Go ahead.
WA4, I just sort of found the problem, over.
Oh, okay. What was it?
Well, this is supposedly a 200-watt radio, and I normally operate it in the 100-watt setting, but tonight I had it on the 50-watt setting. I was putting out about half power, and that was it. W4AMI, this WA4II.
Well, it was, it sounded okay before, but you're pushing the S meter a little better now, so you're getting there, Greg. Now, anything else for you tonight?
That's all. Thanks for taking me. This is WA4II. Thank you.
Yeah, sure enough. Okay, great. Well, we've reached the end of the list, and I'm going to call it a night at this point. We did make a standby a minute ago to see if we had any latecomers, and looks like we did not. And Virgil, thank you for the lift with Greg. I appreciate that, sir. And Virgil, question I was going to ask you. Is that the first one or the second one, Virgil?
That was the second one. They just went in there with laser and lasered off some of those spots that I was having sand. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Okay, good. Looks like they've gotten it?
Yeah, I think so. It seems like it. It's still just a little blurry, but they said it would be for day or two there, but I believe they've helped it, Stan. Go ahead.
Oh, great. Good news, Virgil. Glad to hear that. Thank you. Thank you. This is the Southeastern AM Radio Club Swap and Fellowship Night. We're going to bring the net to a close. I want to thank everybody. We had 28 stations check in tonight. Appreciate everybody's attendance, and we'll see you next Tuesday night. Don't forget, next Monday, the Eagles are here on the frequency, and this Thursday night, the Mullet Society net will be on here as well, and they're on here every Thursday. The Mullet net's been around a long time, so we're always happy to hear them going. With that, good night, everybody. Thank you very much. This is W4AMI. Good night.
Thank you.